Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe and leave a comment. If you want to know when the next video is going to drop, hit the notification bell. Well, y'all seen the thumbnail, and let's get right into it. What do y'all think? Will RJ Barrett become an all-star next season? In my opinion, RJ Barrett needs to become an all-star next season because if he wanted to get that extension, is that's the only way in my book. He would have to show the New York Knicks that he's worth $100 million plus contract. The extension is worth 185 million to be exact. I mean, the Knicks can go in between that. The max, that's the max. They know from a player perspective, he might be wanting that max, but I don't think in my opinion, um, right now, I don't think he's worth the extension. And I know a lot of y'all have watched my videos in the past, so y'all know how I feel about RJ Barrett. Y'all have heard me call him Star Barrett because I think the man will be a star. But as of yet, he has not shown that he can be a consistent enough player to be awarded that 185 million max contract. That's my opinion. Some of y'all might think different, but let me know in the comment section. Like I said, if he was to get the max salary, his starting salary would be 32 million for that first year. It wouldn't kick in until if the Knicks was to sign him because the Knicks have up to 1 day before the season start to sign RJ Barrett before he become a restricted free agent. Um, I'm not gonna lie, RJ Barrett is uh, one out of 15 players younger than 21 to average 20 points in a season in the last decade. That is, you can look the stats up if some of you don't believe me. I'm just messing with you. But I don't really think that he has risen his game to this point where he is worth that 185 million. Now, this is when I say, will he become an all-star? Because we know how players during that final year of their contract, even though this isn't his final year, the next year would be the final year, and the Knicks have an option to sign him to an extension. But before they do, in my opinion, I think they should let RJ Barrett go out and prove it. You know what I'm saying? Because we already bringing in Jalen Bronson, and if we was to get, everybody talking about the Donovan Mitchell trade. If we was to bring in Donovan Mitchell, his salary is already 30 million plus annually. We would have to take that on for the next 4 seasons. We got Jalen Bronson coming in. His salary would be roughly around 20 something $million, 27, 28 million annually, with it declining each year of his contract, but not by much either. But then we and there's talks that if we get Donovan, I always say Mitchell, and I know his name is Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. We will be looking to trade Julius Randle. The rumors are the Lakers are interested, and Julius Randle is as interested as going back to the Lakers as they are as bringing him back. That's what the rumors are saying. So I'll leave that at that. But RJ Barrett do have to step his game up, and what I mean by that, if you think about the draft class, the 2019 draft class. He was one of the top three players to be drafted. Zion Williams going number 1 with Ja Morant going number 2. And we all know RJ Barrett number 3 to the New York Knicks. And I always respected RJ Barrett because he wanted to come to the New York Knicks. I remember the year before the draft, and everybody was talking about, well, not even the year, but up when it was moving towards the draft. And it was a reporter. He asked Zion Williams, do he want to come to New York Knicks? And Zion Williams deflected the question to RJ Barrett. And without a hesitation, RJ Barrett said, hell yeah. From that day on, I was like, you know what? I want that kid on this team. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I was one of the many fans of New York Knicks that wanted Zion Williams very bad. I was disappointed when we got the number 3 pick. Everybody just knew we was going to get the number 1 picks. There was ESPN. Everybody was talking about if the Knicks get the number 1 pick, if the Knicks draft Zion Williams. But oddly as it may sound, RJ Barrett was rated higher than Zion Williams coming into college. And in my opinion, I think RJ Barrett elevated Zion Williams' game. And I'm not saying because we know how gifted Zion Williams is, but RJ Barrett was more of a felicitator in Duke. He was getting his points, but he was also setting Zion Williams up. And when Zion Williams got hurt in Duke, as he usually do, even here in the professionals, as in the right we see, RJ Barrett carried Duke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he carried that team. So I always projected RJ Barrett to be, in my opinion, an all-star. Matter of fact, like I said, if you watch my videos in the past and you're a long time Nick Caver viewer, you have heard me call this man Star Barrett several times on several occasions. But he has not, um, uh, compared to his other two counterparts going 1 and 2, Ja Morant, Zion Williams becoming All Star. Zion became an All Star in 2021. Uh, Ja got snubbed that year. He made it this year, and he put on a hell of a show too. You know what I'm saying? Was a starter. So I think this year is time for RJ Barrett to make his move. You know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett, he's not a. I'm gonna say RJ Barrett is not a bum. We know that. You know what I'm saying? He have to work on his efficiency. Um, he have to get better, stronger in the paint. Work more on his 3-point shot. There's a lot of things RJ Barrett have to work on. But I think if RJ Barrett come into this season with the mindset that I would like him to have, and we all think he will, I think he will be an all-star this year. Matter of fact, his career depends on him being an all-star, because if he want to get that big bucks, he's going to have to come out and prove it to the New York Knicks. And not only the New York Knicks, he's going to have to prove it to the fans. He's going to have to prove it to the media, the scouts, everybody. They're gonna want to see what makes you he deserve $185 million max contract. The Knicks can break it down. So we've seen other players. They probably can give him a 2-year contract at a such and such amount and say, yo, we give you this, you come back, you prove yourself, we're gonna hit you off. It might work out in his favor. He might need a little bit of time to really, become who he is destined to become. But right now, in my opinion, my book, he needs to step his game up this season. I know he's averaged 20 points, but he was also inefficient. You know what I'm saying? Out of 22 players who attempted as many shots as he did last season, he had the third worst true shooting percentage, only ahead of Reggie Jackson and guess who? Julius Randle, and slightly behind Russell Westbrook. Yes, Russell Westbrook had a better, if you want to look at it, efficient season than RJ Barrett last season. And I know a lot of you would say, if that's so, how could he step and develop and get his game up to where he's gonna be an all-star? He had to put the work in, you know what I'm saying? You know how they do this summer. I haven't really seen too many workout videos of RJ this summer. So we just have to hope he's coming back on a vengeance, you know what I'm saying, want to prove. Cause we don't know last season, throughout RJ Barrett's career, I know it's a short career, only 3 years, not 4 years yet, but he has been snubbed a couple of times when he should have been in that category. But if you think about his efficiency levels, then you have to understand why he was snubbed. But there was lesser players. They was putting in them rookie of the year or rookie all-star, rookie this, rookie that, or sophomore this. RJ Barrett just was getting snubbed, but and his defense and everything, he did come back each year since the league and average more points. His first year in the league, he averaged 14 points. Excuse me. His first year in the league, he averaged 14 points. And then the second year in 2021 and 7, that 2021 season, he was 17 points. We all know last year he ended the season going 20, averaging 20 points. But this is what I mean by RJ Barrett have to step up his game this year and become an all-star if he want the recognition that he think he deserve, which I think he do. But like I said, I'm biased because he's on the New York Knicks. And I do like him. I like his character. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, the guy had high character. Um, haven't really, you don't really see him getting too many scuffles on the game. He's a very I don't know, I ain't gonna say friendly player, but affable. He's not out there trying to make friends, so I really shouldn't use that word. But he's a player, you know what I'm saying? But he's not one of them dirty players. You don't really hear too many players saying anything bad about RJ Barrett. When they do speak of him, it's highly. So I think this young man is on the rise. He just have to prove it to us. He have to prove it to me, to you, to the New York Knicks management, to the NBA. But if he can become an all-star this year, I think that will put him on the right path. I still don't think he would deserve to get that 185 million. They could split it down maybe to 90 something million, 3 years or something like that. just to keep him, because we don't want to lose RJ Barrett. First and foremost, we do not want to lose RJ Barrett. Well, I don't want to lose RJ Barrett. And I think the Knicks have a good chance of keeping him. We'll see how the season plays out, or how everything play out. Not the season, but how this saga, when the time comes, the New York Knicks have to make that decision. Are we going to pay you? Are we going to wait the next year? Are we going to let you become an unrestricted free agent? Or somewhere down the line, we'll let him get down to the middle of the season or whatever, see how he's playing during that season to make a decision. But either way, the New York Knicks going to have a tough decision to make on RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett going to have to prove the worth if he want that extension. Like I said, his counterparts already made the All-Star, and in my opinion, I know a lot of other people were saying what happened to RJ Barrett. So I guarantee you, if RJ Barrett do not make the All-Star team this year, and I know, like I said, he's been snubbed, but he will have to put up incredible records. I know Zion Williams on average 27 points for the short season he had played, but Ja Morant averaged 27 points as well. Let me see something here. Ja Morant, yeah, he shot 49% from the field, 34% from downtown. He did all that in 27 minutes, where RJ Barrett was averaging 20 points and shooting 40% from the field. He shot 32% from downtown, but he did that in 34 minutes. RJ Barrett is playing a lot of more minutes than Ja Morant, so I can understand why Ja got the call to being an All-Star, but RJ Barrett going to have to step his game up if he want me and he want the rest of y'all to start calling him RJ Star Barrett. He better become an All-Star this season. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.